We're now recording.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen here. Okay.
All right, I guess, yeah, let's get started. So I'd like to welcome everybody to this informational session on our summer research programs. We have two of them this summer. As a continuation of one called ACES, which is the Access to Careers in Engineering and Sciences. And we have a new one that we've called BRIGHT, so Biomedical Research and Innovation Gateway for Health Technologies. And we'll talk a little bit more about some of the details of those as we go. But so there's two programs. They're very closely linked with each other, and there's a lot of, you might not even be able to tell there's necessarily two different programs as we go through this. So, next slide.
Yeah.
Just a quick introduction to our leadership team. So I'm Bernard. I'm going to be the lead for the BRIGHT program. Eric, who's a professor in chemistry, he will be the ACES lead, and Erin Miller, she will be our new program administrator, and she'll make sure that everything runs smoothly and nothing slips through the cracks for anybody. We also, I need to also introduce Sari Mann, who's been the program administrator for the last several years, and she unfortunately will be retiring. But she's also, she's so excited about these programs that she's definitely going to be working with us and keeping tabs on things, and to just try to make sure that the experience is as positive and as great as can be.
I'm the official greeter for the program this year.
So just to give a really quick overview just of the University of California for those who don't know. So it started in 1868, so the first campus was in Berkeley. And then since then, there's been 10 campuses total that have been founded, many along the coast, which is obviously a nice location to be, and a few that have been inland as well, like Davis, Merced, and Riverside. We're one of the newest campuses, so we were founded almost, I just realized it was next year, it's our 60th anniversary, actually. And so we are just about 6 miles from the beach, just a little bit inland. And so the University of California itself it's like I said, it's 10 campuses. It's 200, I think I saw the numbers, 230,000 faculty and staff and about 280,000 students, which I did see was actually about the same number of students that are enrolled in HBCU programs too across the country. So I think it's about 300,000. So it's kind of a nice match there. So, and then so to talk a little bit more about kind of the program that started at the basically at the University of California Office of the President. So they're the kind of the governing body of the 10 campuses. And so in 2005 they started this this program, but the goal was to basically cultivate and create a good collaborative environment between the UC campuses and the HBCU programs. And so that's what we're here to talk to you about. And so I'll hand it over to Eric. Eric, you're muted.
Thank you, Bernard, for I was already on my way. All right, so yeah, UC Irvine is one of the youngest campuses. It's not the youngest, but it's one of the youngest. And it is kind of a comprehensive campus, which means that it has, a lot of disciplines, including medical school, law school, business, nursing schools, and so forth. So it's a pretty big place. It's doing pretty well. It's ranked number 10 on the national, on the list of national universities, public universities. So that's a good place to be. And it is kind of like, mid-range in the UC system. So we have about 35,000 students. So that's kind of like the size of our campus. Pretty sizable place. So let's talk a little bit about the program. So we have two programs, ACES and BRIGHT, and it has multiple purposes. Okay, so one of the main purposes is actually to get young people excited about doing research, be involved with research, scientific discovery, and so forth, and provide a kind of an opportunity and a place to do that at the level that is kind of like, maybe a little bit higher than you can do at smaller institutions, because UCI has a pretty large infrastructure, scientific infrastructure, a lot of expensive instrumentation that sometimes is really hard to get to otherwise. So opening up our doors to to people from outside is an opportunity for them to actually use those facilities and basically experience science in a slightly different way. So in addition, we'd like people by doing that to kind of become inspired and maybe think about pursuing a career in sciences. And that is specifically for these young people, that would imply, pursuing a graduate career. So basically applying to grad school and, in a kind of a STEM program. So while students are here, they learn a lot of things. And among these things, of course, is what is it like to be a grad student? What is life like on campus? What does the environment look like? What does the research community on this particular campus, look like? So those are kind of questions that are really hard to answer. I mean, we can talk about it, but it's way better to experience it yourself. And this program offers an opportunity to do that. Of course, you can also, connect with professors, shake some hands, build your network, and that is good for career building in general. So this program also offers an opportunity for that. It also says have fun, which is important. You want to do things that you like and become good at it. And this program hopefully offers that to our students. So let's move on to the two programs we have. They're called ACES and BRIGHT, and there's lots of overlap between the two programs, but there are also some differences. So let's start with the BRIGHT program. Basically, it is a program that focuses on biomedical engineering and biomedical sciences. Okay, so that means that the faculty that is involved with this program are people that are from the biomedical sciences. They are experts in this discipline, and the students have an opportunity to learn about this field, kind of like intensive, immersive experience in the biomedical sciences. The ACES program is similar, but it's maybe a little broader. Okay, so it includes other disciplines as well. So chemistry, pharmaceutical sciences, mechanical engineering, and biophotonics, because a lot of us actually are active in biophotonics, the leadership team. So it is kind of a little bit more expansive, and people who are interested in maybe a little bit more biological work can also find opportunities within the ACES program. But the two programs are administered by the same team, so to speak. Okay, so we basically manage all students and we place them in the right discipline, or the discipline of their interest. So let's have a look at, one of the key elements of the program is at the end of the ride. So after 8 weeks or so, during the last week, there's going to be a symposium. Basically, the symposium is a great place for students to showcase the work that they did during those 8 weeks, and talk about it, present a poster, and so forth. And so we just show here like the program from last year. Just to kind of illustrate that the participants come from different places. So we have Alabama A&M students, Hampton University students, as you can see, Albany State was involved, North Carolina A&T. And so it's basically, people come from several places, 5 institutions right now that participate in this program. So it's an opportunity also to meet new people, make new friends, and so forth. And also you can see that the topics that they talk about are kind of diverse. Okay, this is from the ACES program. So they're not all doing the same thing. They all have their own mentors, their own expertise. And so it's really kind of a broad program where people can focus on the thing that they like. Okay, so in the application, basically, the students write down, I like these kind of things. I like to basically learn more about this. And we try to place the student, with one of these experts. I think Sari's taken over, right?
Yeah, this is I get to talk about the fun stuff. So also, we try to do a lot of extracurricular activities. Every Saturday, we do something in general, whether it's hiking, there are beach days. We'll usually have some sort of a water activity like kayaking or Duffy boating in Newport Bay. We've visited other UCs that are nearby because UC San Diego, UCLA, they're all in pretty quick distance from us. We go to Knott's Berry Farm. Disneyland is kind of a really exciting day for everybody that comes near the end of the program. And we have a couple people here at the Institute who are Disneyland aficionados. They're awesome tour guides, so they'll take you on a great tour of Disneyland. So those are some of the fun things we do. We also do Friday seminars. We might talk a little bit about those, but we like to bring you to some local biomedical companies. Last year, we went to Edwards Life Sciences. In the past, we've gone to Medtronic Neurovascular, so you can get a feel for business and industry in this area. And we have some symposia from our faculty and also some panels, entrepreneurship panels, things like that during the summer. And Eric, I'm actually going to turn it back to you because some of the students here were in your lab. And just a little bit of an example of our past students, our past alumni.
Yes, exactly. So on this slide, you see a couple of photos of students who participated in the program over the past couple of years. Olamide is on the left side, and he's from Alcorn State University. He participated in the 2021 program here, and he actually liked it so much that he decided to apply to UCI, okay, to be a grad student at UCI. And he was accepted, and he's currently here with us. So, in fact, he actually participated in last year's program just as a panelist, and basically talked to the students, the new students that came in through the program. Sydney Williams, she was from Hampton University, and she participated twice in our program, and she did biomedical, research, and she also applied to grad school. Basically, the experiences were so interesting to her that she thought, this is what I want to do. And she applied to several programs, and she got in at UC San Francisco, and she is now, well on her way to graduation. And then Lauren Alexander, also from Hampton University, in 2019, she was in our program. Actually, she worked with me because we are also faculty advisors, and so some students like to work, for instance, with us. And so she was in my lab. She was interested in biophotonics and imaging, and she did very well. She liked it a lot, applied to several programs, and she's now a PhD student at University of West Virginia in forensics. So there's just an overview of people who, did very well in a program and decided to pursue a career in STEM.
Yeah, and actually Lauren finished her PhD last year and is now a law student as well. So she's doing, chemistry, forensics, and now bringing that into the area of law enforcement and working in the law area.
So we have two very special people that are involved with our program as well, Brea and Chris. And they were also students like a long time ago in our program here, and applied to UCI to grad school, got in, and are now almost graduating. So they have been here with us for a long time, and they have been participating in the programs ever since. So they basically talk to the students as a kind of a mentor. So when students have questions about, you guys went through this program, what is it like? What is it like to be a graduate student at UCI? They have firsthand experience, and they are always very happy to share their experiences with our students in the program. So both Brea and Chris are great success stories. I'm very excited for them to move on. So this is a great part of the program. The UC HBCU program is that, when students participate in this program, they apply to graduate school in one of the UC schools, and they got in, then they get a so-called waiver for 5 years, which basically means that there's guaranteed funding for them. This is kind of interesting because, as a graduate student, you actually get paid. You don't have to pay anything. You get paid. You're kind of like a student worker, so to speak. But that money needs to come from somewhere, right? And so typically what that means is that the professor you're working with provides the funding for you, which is great. But sometimes there's some kind of, fluctuation in funds that come in and create some uncertainties. This is really special because basically the UC system kind of more or less guarantees that there is funding available for you. So you never have to worry about it. So your funding for almost 5 years is guaranteed if you participated in the UC HBCU program.
Yes, and also you get an application fee, so waiver. So you can apply to any program, PhD programs in any of the UC system, and they waive the fee, which I think is $80 to $85 or something like that. So that's kind of a nice thing just up front. It doesn't cost you anything to apply to programs.
I think, Sari, this is you again.
Yeah, I'll talk a little bit about this. So just this is what is included in the program. It's a residential summer program. Students are all provided with travel expenses, room, board, and a stipend. You have a mentored research project that we've talked about where we match you with try to match you as well as we can with your interests with a really great faculty member. There are workshops for professional development and graduate school preparation. And we partner with what's called the SURF program, the Summer Undergraduate Research program here at UCI. So they have all kinds of graduate school prep programs and seminars and workshops about writing and how to write applications and interviewing and that sort of thing. We have panel discussions with African-American graduate students and faculty mentors on our Friday seminars. Again, special seminars every Friday with faculty, with entrepreneurs, with local biomedical industry visits. We have recreational activities on weekends. And then there's a final summer research symposium. So every student in the program will present their research both in an oral presentation, and you'll also make a poster. And that poster you can bring back to your university. You can participate in other types of research symposia during your years in school. And this is just, don't let this scare you, but this is a typical 4-week schedule for our students. So the items that are in white are the workshops that are provided by the SURF program, and they're generally in the morning. And then the items in green are our special ACES Bright type events. And then afternoons are when you go and do your research with your professors, your mentored research. So that's kind of what 4 weeks would look like in your schedule.
And this is, I guess, the nuts and bolts of just, about if you're interested and, and you have friends that are interested, this is what, we're getting interrupted by Sari's phone here. These are basically, just the whole application process. Applications are due in a couple of weeks. And so this is the information that, that we'd like to request from each of you. In terms of the actual program benefits, we will provide housing and meals. There's also a $5,000 stipend, and we also cover the travel expenses to and from UC Irvine. So now I guess we'd like to just open up for any questions or comments or anything you'd like to discuss.
Thank you all. Wonderful presentation. And I would appreciate if you guys shared the recording with me for me to circulate. Okay. And it's good to see some of my children graduating to the point that they're getting PhDs. So I guess I'm going to be having grandchildren pretty soon. Actually, Lauren,
Yeah,
Alex,
That's true.
Chris are getting married this year.
yeah, Lauren Alexander was one of the ones who was in Hampton with me when I was there. But anyway, wonderful. Thanks.
Question in the chat or something in the chat.
Daniel, do you have a question?
There's something in the chat.
Oh, very informative. Oh, come on, Daniel, you gotta say something. You can't make these guys in California think we people in Greensboro cannot speak. Come on. At least say hello. Daniel.
My apologies.
Oh,
Hey,
no
hey
worries.
everybody. My bad. Yeah.
Where are you? I can't see you.
I'm doing good. Oh, sorry.
We want to see you. Oh, there he goes.
Hey, Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
Tell him who you are.
Yeah, my name is Daniel Pickett III. I'm a freshman here at North Carolina A&T.
What's your major?
Oh yeah, I'm majoring in chemistry.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to go into pharmaceuticals.
Okay, you're going to class now. Okay.
Right.
But Daniel, you and I, we missed our appointment this week, but we need to catch up. Okay?
Yeah. I thought when she sent this one, it was saying like it was rescheduling.
Okay, got it. But we'll connect. So we'll talk.
We can definitely.
Okay, cool.
Hi, Brielle, how are you?
Hi, Brielle.
Hi, I'm good. How are you all?
Doing well.
I just wanted to say hi. I wanted to say thank you. I know I got my email from Dr. Samuels about this information session. And I'm currently a senior. I am a biology pre-med student, but I have a really big interest in research. And so I'm kind of just looking into different summer research programs and stuff. And just thank you for sharing this information.
Sure. Are you graduating in this year or?
Yes, I'll be graduating in May.
Okay.
So graduates allowed?
Well, generally no. But we would have to check because this year is a slightly different funding source. They might be. So if you're interested, apply
Yes.
and we'll figure that out.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for being here, bro.
Yeah, it was good to meet you.
Okay, there is one other one of my guys. Where is he? Mish.
Hello, my name is Misbah, and I'm a first year physics student. And I was also looking for research opportunities. So thank you guys for this presentation.
Yeah, you're a physics student, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Because definitely the ACES program we have, we definitely have professors and great research going on in that area. So
Yeah, that's great. We can certainly accommodate you if you're interested.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Good. Any questions?
I do have a question. Hello, my name is Naila Rucker. I'm a first year biology student. And I was interested in this program because I'm also interested in going to research as a career and pursuing my PhD. And so I was wondering, my research interests have kind of interdisciplinary tie with some aspects of the humanities. For example, when it comes to like epigenetics and the study of how trauma impacts our DNA, I want to be able to translate that not only in the lab and doing research on it, but also potentially produce a product to like bring back to my community to tell them about it, and either in a book form, a children's book, or just something media related. So, how does this program help students who have research and potentially want to develop their skills also in like communicating that to other people? Is there any other interdisciplinary courses or classes that help you talk or gain access to tools like that to build our skills?
Well, I guess the first thing that jumped to my mind when you brought up the humanities was we actually do have a medical humanities program here. And so, one of the things that the epigenetics aspect, there's definitely several researchers here that I think, would be willing and able to support research in that topic. And I think, when you say interdisciplinary, that's definitely speaking our language. This campus is built quite a bit on collaborations among different departments, different schools, and so we could definitely work with you and with our colleagues here to figure out what would be the right kind of research opportunities for you, and also just conversations to have with different faculty on campus as well. In terms of formal, I guess, content, with SURF, I'm not 100% sure, but we do have a summer program that's by some of the people that are bright faculty. That's going to be it's called equity, and so this will be the first year for that program. That's also going to basically have a lot of discussions that go well beyond just the biomedical research. Talking about the ethics, talking about topics that might be more related to things that you're interested in. So we definitely could tie you in with all that as well.
yeah, and when you put in an application, include that. The more you put in your personal statement, we really use that to match you with just the right combination or the right
Yes.
person. So it's great to include exactly what you said in your personal statement. That's the purpose for that. So
yeah, we have a lot of faculty that are officially, I guess, under the ACES and bright umbrellas, but I think I think Sari's done the team have done a masterful job of, there have been faculty that have not been, I guess, officially under the umbrella that have also worked with students from the HBCU programs as well. So I think
Absolutely.
we're very flexible in that perspective.
And just kind of speaking to the personal statement, is there a page limit that you guys are looking for with that particular component of the application? I know you have a series of questions that students should use to help curate their particular statement there, but is there like a page limit that students want to be mindful of when constructing that document for the application process?
We don't have an official page limit. Most of the student statements are between 1 and 2 pages, I'd say. I'd probably say, Eric, what do you think, 25? No, would be a good limit. It usually about a couple of pages would be great.
A couple of pages. Yeah, there's no strict limit to it. The main thing is, as already was communicated by Sari, that the more you tell us about what you like and what you want, even sometimes some students, which is great, they do a little research, they go to websites of certain faculty members and they say, I'd really like to work with this person, for instance. That is fantastic, because then we have some leads that we can explore. So
yeah, and even if they're not
is provided, the better it is.
Right, and even if they're not officially part of the program, if you look at UCI's faculty and come up with 2 or 3, especially people that you think are interesting to you, but they're not on our list, no problem. We usually have our faculty is always willing to take students from our programs. So it's great if they do some research, as Eric said.
And if you don't have a lot of research experience, is it okay? Does it kind of count against you? Like, how does that work?
No, it doesn't count against you. And we do take freshmen into our program. So a lot of times freshmen really don't know. They haven't yet really honed in on what their interests are or what they want to do, and obviously don't have research experience yet. So it's just more, what you think you're interested in, and we'll try to find something inspirational, something that would seem to work out with maybe you have a family member who has a particular illness or is diabetic or something like that. Then sometimes we'll match people just based on that.
Is the meeting about to end? It says we
yes,
have less.
I'm afraid so. Yeah, we have less than a minute. So thank you for noticing that. I never do. So thanks a lot, and you're welcome to email us with questions if you have any, and we're happy to answer them. We hope to see you.
Shanta,
Yes.
where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Alcorn State University. It's
Okay.
in southern Mississippi.
Dr. Cooper was with you. He's with
He
us now.
was. I